Telephone customer service skills. This is what we will be discussing in today's video, or everything to do about with your telephone etiquettes per se. Agenda is simple. Recognize the importance of providing a high quality customer service. Practice proper telephone techniques. Remember, we're trying to have a high quality customer service with a proper telephone techniques. First and foremost, listen. Listening skills has to be improved. Questioning skill has to be polite and properly clarified. Establish a standard action plan to improve upon the telephone skills and the customer services. This is what we would be stressing around here. Starting well, handling the telephone, obviously wishing yourself, identifying yourself, announcing the intent for the call, mastering the voice inflections, using your best voice. Remember, what is voice inflection? Because at times there are disturbances in and around the medium. You need to understand if if the person on the other side is not been able to hear it out, or probably your voice needs some kind of modulation. Please do it so. Your best voice is what is required. Addressing the caller with the proper name, answering the telephone within 3 rings, and practice effective listening. These are the ultimate or epitome of starting well as far as telephone techniques are concerned. Then we talk about walking through the call as the call has been handled, manage the objections, as in what are the requirements for the complaint, for the feedback, for the sources that you're communicating with. Learn the art of negotiation, making the service follow-up calls as on when-on basis, asking question, making an outbound service call and delivering bad news is if it is to be delivered. How do you do that? It creates a minimal negative impact. So yes, we need to understand every one of them. So we started small, moving it together. Now putting everything all together is managing different caller behaviors. You will see from the voice intonation and probably the way they speak. Some callers are very polite. Some callers are talking in a hurried fashion. Some callers have plentiful of things doing along with making a call to you. So you need to understand those different caller behaviors. Manage telephone messages, manage the customer feedback or call back. Remember, if you have promised a call back, ensure that you live up to the expectation. Avoid statement that gives a wrong impression. Managing technology, closing the conversation there at that point, as that is what we are looking for it. Voice inflection exercise asks the participants to pair up. One. Pair up and read the sentences to each other. Michael didn't show up for his work this morning, and you will never now say it with a surprise voice. Michael didn't show up for this work this morning. That's a surprise word, casual turn. Michael did not show up for the work this morning. Secret talk. Michael didn't show up for the work this morning. Questioning. Michael didn't show up for this work, as in questioning someone. Remember, the same sentence we have spoken into 4 parts: surprise, casual, secretive, and questioning. 4 voices that can be going around it. So, yes, this is voice inflection. Voice projection is the energy, the rate of speech, the pitch, the quality that we talk about it. I repeat, energy, rate of speech, pitch, and the quality that needs to be ascertained. There are 7 basic ways to address a caller with the proper name, Mr. or Miss. First name, Miss, Sir, Mrs., Madam. Depending upon the culture, please work around it. Either it's a Mr. or Miss. If you think it can be addressed by the first name, Miss, Sir, Mrs., Madam, as the case might be. This is the very basic 7 ways to address the caller. Basic 4 telephone courtesies that you should never forget. It should be there in your handy every time you interact over telephone. Greet the caller. Say morning. Say hi. Say hello. What a wonderful day it is. State your organization. Identify yourself. From where you're calling. Introduce yourself. Introduce a company. Offer the objective of your call. That is what you are going around. At the same time, be enthusiastic. Use friendly passages as the case might be. As often as possible, smile. Callers usually make a statement, offers objections, or ask questions. So what do they? They complain, they give a feedback, or they just have any query per se. So make statement, offer objections, or ask question. Now this is where you need to understand to improve your listening skill. Listen for the statement, the objections, or the question that you are trying to figure it out. If possible, take notes. When in doubt, ask question. Or should you say, If you don't want to ask question, paraphrase what have you heard, as in then in a fashion you are only getting clarity. Focus on the conversation. Use confirming statement. During long conversation, ask the right question as we talk around here. So making action plan for outbound calls. Greet the customer. Hi, hello, happy to help you. Introduce yourself, your name, and so on and so forth. State the purpose, the very reason for your call. Deliver the message in the utmost friendly fashion. State the customer benefit and ask for agreement thereby. So yes, there are 6 methods. Greet the customers, introduce yourselves, state the purpose, deliver the message in a friendly way, state your customer benefit, and ask for an agreement, as the case might be. So managing different callers, prepare to share it with your views. If you have an experiences of a particular customer, give a proper feedback, because this will give a heads up to the next best call receiver. Overview your caller types. Some of the tips suggested for responding to any caller or any type of caller. Explain your situation, your responses to the question that has been put forward to. What about voicemail, and how do you use it? Don't stop answering the phone. Return the call promptly if there are any. Forward as on when on basis. Remember, read the system manual time and again and prioritize the messages thereby. So don't stop answering. In case if there is a call that goes to the voicemail, ensure that you make a proper feedback call. Return the call promptly, update those messages, give a feedback, forward the calls if required, read the system manual, and prioritize the messages. Now let us come to closing of the call. Thank the customer for calling and ensure that you are swinging out or signing off on a happy note. Show your appreciation for the business and assure that whatever promises you have done will be fulfilled or taken care of, and leave the customer on a positive feeling. With this, I would like to leave this video also on a positive note. Thank you for watching the video till the end.